Army aviation enters the sequence. A Mi-28NM helicopter crew of the Sever grouping disrupts the rotation of armed forces of Ukraine units with guided missile strikes. After engagement, the crew performs counter-missile maneuvers and deploys flares before safely returning to base. Next, the Tor-MU crew of the Vostok group of forces thwarts an enemy UAV attack in the Zaporozhye region. In the operation area, enemy drone activity used for attack and reconnaissance is detected and destroyed on approach, preventing strikes on the forward front line. The scale widens. Over the past week, artillery units of the Northern Group destroy more than 110 targets in the Sumy and Kharkiv regions. UAV control points, observation posts, ammunition depots, fuel storage sites, and engineering equipment of the armed forces of Ukraine are systematically eliminated, including precision strikes using Krasnopol-guided munitions. Heavy artillery follows. Crews of 203mm Pion, self-propelled howitzers from the Western Group strike temporary deployment points and personnel of the armed forces of Ukraine in the Kupyansk area. Operating under counter-battery pressure and UAV threat, the crews deliver long-range high-explosive fire up to 30 kilometers, dismantling enemy concentrations concealed in civilian structures. Special units with the lasers and heavy machine guns repel attacks in the Belgorod region. Footage shows mobile fire groups repelling enemy UAV threats using fighters from the Kochevnik detachment, Rosgvardia units, and the Bars Belgorod formation, with coordinated detection and neutralization before the drones reach the border area. Northern forces destroy armed forces of Ukraine logistics in the Kharkiv region. In the area of the settlement of Zakharovka, a precise strike by Russian fighters brings down a bridge over the Plotva River, significantly disrupting supply routes of armed forces of Ukraine on the Khatny sector of the front. Artillery power comes into view in the Donbass. A 152mm Giatsint-S self-propelled artillery crew of the Dnieper Group destroys an ammunition depot near Orakov in the Zaporozhye region. A confirmed night strike triggers secondary detonations, eliminating stored munitions and degrading sustainment capability. Used by the armed forces of Ukraine, located in the basement of an abandoned civilian structure. The site is identified during aerial reconnaissance and subsequently destroyed, halting drone launch and control operations in the sector. A logistics hunt unfolds in the Kharkiv region. After detection by a Zala reconnaissance UAV, a Lancet loitering munition is launched deep into the rear area of the armed forces of Ukraine. The strike destroys a mobile supply group, cutting off transport and improving security in the buffer zone. Later, the Dnieper Group's D-30 gun crew of paratroopers from Kostroma destroys an armed forces of Ukraine temporary deployment area with personnel and a motor vehicle on the right bank of the Dnieper River in the Kherson region. The sequence starts with a TOS-1A Solntsepyok crew of the 35th Army from the Vostok group of forces wipes out an armed forces of Ukraine fortified post with underground shelters and an extensive system of firing positions in the Zaporozhye region. Epic frontline footage captures an enemy drone attack near Konstantinovka. A serviceman from the Volgograd-based 255th Regiment marks a second birthday on the battlefield. During a combat mission, he unexpectedly came face-to-face with an enemy strike drone, surviving a moment that could have ended very differently. On the operations of the Russian Aerospace forces, footage shows a Fab 500 strike on an armed forces of Ukraine temporary deployment area in Kherson, followed by a Fab 1500 strike on an armed forces of Ukraine temporary deployment area in Belitsky. The focus shifts to command and control. FPV drone teams of the Rubicon Testing Center strike communication system elements of the armed forces of Ukraine across multiple fronts. Precise hits disable antennas and relay points, disrupting coordination and reducing battlefield responsiveness. Advance toward Dobrapilya continues. During the offensive on the Dobrapilya axis, Russian aerospace forces, the VKS aircraft and units of the 150th Motorized Rifle Division destroy enemy firing positions, defensive lines, and temporary deployment areas with armed forces of Ukraine infantry. Combat operations by Rubicon Center operators on January 21, 2026 span Donbass, Sumy direction, and Krasny Lyman direction. Things destroyed include HPTKs, auto vehicles, quad cycle, BBM, PVD, firing positions, blindages, communication and patch antennas, Starlink, Baba Yagas, FPV drones, drone retransmitters, and Mavic UAVs. FPV drones of a Special Operations Forces formation from the Center Group strike heavy copters, manpower, and hardware of armed forces of Ukraine, formations in the Krasnoarmysk direction, attack UAV operators and Lancet loitering munition teams of the Vostok Group of forces burn an enemy tank in the Zaporozhye region. The enemy attempts evacuation, but the arrival of a group of militants is timely detected and neutralized. The 18th Combined Arms Army drones from the Dnieper Group of forces destroy an Armed Forces of Ukraine UAV command post, a motor vehicle, and an infantry group on the right bank of the Dnieper River in the Kherson region. Meanwhile, FPV drones of the Sever Group of forces hit an ammunition depot, shelters with personnel, and enemy repeaters. In the Kharkiv region, FPV drones of the northern grouping detect and destroy a military supply truck of the armed forces of Ukraine. The vehicle, used for transporting military goods, is eliminated before reaching forward positions, further tightening logistical pressure. Operations resume in the Kupyansk area. FPV drone operators of the West grouping continue to choke Ukrainian supply efforts, striking vehicles, shelters, and personnel of the armed forces of Ukraine. Direct hits are recorded on a US-made M113 armored personnel carrier, multiple pickup trucks, and enemy manpower. Continuous aerial reconnaissance confirms destruction and prevents evacuation or regrouping. That's all for today's update. Thanks for watching, and don't miss our upcoming videos.